champion in the Royal Rumble. I'll throw his dusty ass over the top rope, and I'll kill Hulkamania once and for all.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and
acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we here at the Red Carpet Reign. Turnbuckle King here. We're talking about WWE Raw. Drew McIntyre takes on Seth Rollins. Bayley squares off with Nia Jax. Get the likes as we come into the ring. We will have the what went right, what went wrong with Raw. We also going to have current news and, of course, an updated version of Saturday night's main event, final predictions. Don't want to miss out on that. So we will talk about that. But with that being said, let's get on to the Raw match card that was advertised. Let's talk about it. All right, we see this is Raw advertised. We have a schedule. We have what? Jey Uso speaks. Sami Zayn speaks. Lyra Valkyria, the brand new Women's Intercontinental Champion, speaks. We get a visit from the legendary JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, the wrestling god. We also got a tag team match, PCF or PFC versus the Damage Control. Kofi Kingston, he had a match. And we have the main event, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania rematch. So let's get into that. Let's see how this show began. Let's see where it goes to. So I want to say, man, Raw, we almost have Royal Rumble very soon. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this play out. Very, very interesting how they're gonna play this out. We gotta see what the next move going to be for WWE as they prepare for this event. I can't wait to see how this going to go, though. But that being said, let's get into it. Let's definitely get into it, see where it goes. All right, the start of Monday Night Raw. We have Jey Uso kick off Monday Night Raw. Now, we know he has the upcoming match against Gunther, which I did talk about. This is a promo setup for their last encounter of after check before they had this match. So we're going to see what Jey Uso had to say. Now, Jey Uso, he came in. He said he's just days away from his opportunity for the world title. Then, before he could speak, Gunther came out. And Gunther told him that Jey Uso's a mascot. Like, he really brought Jey Uso down, like, all the way down. And then Jey Uso responded saying he is a mascot for the fans, everybody. But it didn't work. Still making it look bad. But anyway, he also said that this fun-loving cartoon character does not belong as world champion, and he won't be after Saturday night's main event. And he also added to that, I might as well be fighting Jimmy Uso for the title, which is Jay's brother, as we all know. And Jay said, "Don't say nothing else about my brother again." And then Gunther just went on. He just went on. Now, Jay did try to come back and saying, only one of us has main event in WrestleMania, and it's not you, it's me. He's referring to WrestleMania 39. When Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso lost tag team belts to KO, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. WrestleMania 39 night 1. But also, other than that, though, it started off very good promo. Gunther just brought Jey down. Didn't make him look good at all. I was like, ouch. Like on all levels was not good, but that's my opinion on that. You guys let me know what you thought of that particular promo because didn't look too good for Jay Uso. Not good at all. But other than that, though, we gonna talk more about this here because this is definitely leading up to their world title match at the Royal Rumble. So I would like to see what the next move is going to be for them, how that's going to work. But we definitely gonna get into that because this is not a good thing. And we'll go over the predictions and everything else for that matter and see how that's all going to pan out at the end of the day. But yeah, that was the good way of kicking off Monday Night Raw. Let's get on to the next part of the show, shall we? All right, next part of the show was a first match of the night. We also have here Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. We know these guys been feuding for a little bit since the New Day turned heel. It all started, of course, with Rey Mysterio kicked out New Day of the locker room. And they had a little interaction, New Day, with they talked to JBL. Other than that, though, this was a solid match. Kofi really got a lot of heat as a heel. And Xavier Woods he interfered in the match. But also it didn't help. But after the match, Xavier Woods attacked Rey Mysterio. And then, of course, Kofi came in. They both jumped on him. Then Cruz Del Toro and Joaquin Wilde of the LWO showed up. Then Kofi had a cheap shot to Del Toro, knocked him on the floor. But it made them look good. But that was a good part of New Day. It really into their heel characters. They're really doing their thing. But we're going to see what else is going to happen with that. It's definitely looked good for the men. I would love to see what else is going to happen next. It was very solid from both Ray and Kofi. Both men, they definitely did their thing as performers. And it's kind of weird seeing New Day in the whole heel role, but it's working. It's definitely working. And let's see what else is going to happen next as they go along with it. But definitely solid though. I can't wait. This is a good thing though. Very, very good thing to see from. Very good to see. Good thing to see from New Day and LWO. So now we're going to have an LWO versus New Day feud. Now that's officially pretty much on. You pretty much put that in the coffin there. So it's definitely a good thing to see. But I would love to see what's going to happen next. I don't know how they're going to play this out. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very good, solid one. And however that works. But it was definitely a good way to the first match of Raw. Because, they like keeping it all very well. But other than that, though, we're going to talk more about that situation. Let's talk more about the show, shall we? We're going to get to that in a second, but definitely a good thing, man. I would love to see how this whole thing's going to work out. I just hope they don't drop the ball with New Day. That's all I got to say about that. But Rey Mysterio won the match by a roll-up. That's how he won. He defeated Kofi Kingston. Very good win for Rey Mysterio. I'm glad they gave him the win, and it makes Rey look good too. Just want to notate that. With that being said, let's move on to the next part of the show. The next part of the show, we know there was a lot of people that was coming out to speak. We had Sami Zayn. He had a promo. Now, his promo was he thought about what Seth Rollins told him last week about stop trying to help everybody else like Roman and Usos and Cody, whoever, and just focus on himself. And Sami said Seth was right. And that's why he has declared himself for the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble. And then after he said that, Kevin Owens came out. And Sami told Kevin, how do you want to do this? I know you don't like what I've been doing lately. I know you don't like the fact that I have Roman War Games. I know you don't like the fact that I have Roman win the Tribal Combat match at the Raw Netflix debut. And Kevin Owens, he surprised he did not say that. He said, I know you're my best friend. I know we've been down the road, very similar road. We want a tag team go to WrestleMania 39. But one thing we have not done at WrestleMania is fight each other one-on-one for the title. Now, Kevin Owens saying if he wins at Royal Rumble and Sami Zayn wins Royal Rumble, they could go one-on-one against each other. And KO kind of also hinted at that since he got Roman's back, you know, they always had each other back. KO's expecting Sami Zayn, if needed, to have his back at Royal Rumble to help Cody Rhodes in that ladder match for the WWE Championship. That's where he's hinting at with that. So we're going to see what's going to happen next, but this is definitely going to set up a future feud between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We can almost bank on that now at this particular point. That's where it's going. But I would love to see where it's going to head on. So let's move on to the next part of the show. We got Nia Jax versus Bayley. They went one-on-one with one another. Bayley also announced the newest member of Monday Night Raw. That was announced by Adam Pearce. I know Figure 4 TV, check out his channel. He did a good analysis of why it's not a good move for the Bayley fans of her going from SmackDown to Raw. So check that out. Also, this match here, to prove his theory, Bayley lost to Nia Jax. And of course, we got Roxanne in the crowd. She was teasing Bayley. Bayley attacked Roxanne, kind of distracted her during the match. You know, Nia Jax, she was able to hit her finisher on Bayley, and that was pretty much it. There was no more. She hit with the Annihilator, and it was a wrap. But we're going to see what else happens. Bayley with her character with Roxanne Perez and be a newest member of Monday Night Raw. So I think that, like I said, we'll see what else is going to happen. I don't know. This was we've seen these two wrestle before, but still was a good story told. I want to say nonetheless. Still a story they always tell with Bayley, and they do their best to tell a great story. But with that being said, we're going to move on. We're going to see what the next part of the show is. All right. We got Penta versus Pete Dunne, or some of you guys want to make fun of call Butch. Penta was so sharp last week, and he duplicated in his Raw debut against Chad Gable. He duplicated that success on Monday Night Raw as well. He looked good in the match. Pete Dunne, great job, great performer. The Bruiserweight versus Pete Dunne. I like how Penta hits his moves so flawlessly. You know, even announcers said it was so good, but it's good though. I know at one point in the match, Pete Dunne had tied Penta's match to the bottom rope, stomped it away. Very good, unique spot, good, telling the story. And they also know the history of these two working together back in Rev Pro back in 2017. So these two have wrestled before, just not in WWE. But it was definitely good though. I can't wait to see what more they're going to do with Penta as he continues on his career in WWE. Thank goodness he's gone from that forsaken AEW as we know it. I can't stress that enough. That was very good. I will say that he's definitely going to be one of the best luchas of WWE, especially after Rey Mysterio retires. His career is over. So we got to keep that in mind as well. But definitely a good thing to do. Definitely a good way they're building him. I just hope they don't botch him like they did Dragon Lee. But other than that, it was solid, and I can't wait to see how everything else is going to turn out as far as the show goes. But definitely a very good moment for Penta. He stays strong. He looks steady, moving good, and then he has good opponents as well. We got to take that into perspective as well. But I know I'm waiting to see a good Penta versus Rey Mysterio in the future, if that's possible, which I'm pretty sure it is, since they both on Monday Night Raw. But I think anything's possible when it comes down to that. I would certainly say so. Now, with that, let's move. We're gonna move on and switch gears. We're going to go to something else. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about the infamous promo. I know that's why some of you guys watched Raw. It was the highlight of the night. Definitely highlight of the night. Now we had it was if we thought things was calming down WWE, it couldn't get any crazier. And I guess not. I guess it can't get crazier, but it's getting crazier now. And what we're gonna talk about now, we're going to talk about the CM Punk promo. And we know CM Punk, he's controversial. We know that. You know, that's what he does. You know, he likes to go off the handle. Not surprising to hear. But let's get into that. We will get to that right now. It's just CM Punk. That's why they call him. That's why he's CM Punk. And with that, let's get into the promo. CM Punk. Now he goes in. He talks about how he's going to win the Royal Rumble. He just went off everybody. He went off on everybody. He talked about how he's going to win the Royal Rumble. He talks about how he took care of Drew. He gonna say how he got a Roman may owe and Paul may owe him a favor. He talked about John Cena. John Cena is going to see him. He's always referencing John Cena, no matter what the case may be. He's always referencing Cena. And we know that CM Punk, off camera, really does want a match against John Cena, as John Cena is going to retire very soon. We know that. We know that's the case. But other than that, though, CM Punk definitely is just not just talking about Cena. He's just not talking about Roman. He's not just talking about. He mentioned Sami Zayn. He said Sami Zayn is not on his level. But the one that we all know that he said that people wasn't expecting him to say, that's the one that really went off handle. And what we mean is, you guys know where I'm going with this. It's when he started talking about Hulk Hogan. He said he's going to fly him over the rope. And he said he's going to destroy in Hulkamania when he said that. But it was wild when he said that. CM Punk was definitely on one when he said that.
In the Royal Rumble, I'll throw his dusty ass over the top rope, and I'll kill Hulkamania once and for all.
So that was the end of that promo. It pretty much ended up. It didn't last too much longer. But let's move on to the next part of the show. We had another match, a tag team match of Pure Fusion Collective versus Damage Control. Zoe Stark was the star in this match. She looked good. I know EO does her thing, but Zoe Stark really shined. I really hope that WWE does more with her. But other than that, this is a good feud between these two. I thought Pure Fusion Collective was going to go over, but it ended up being Damage Control. Was still a great match. Now let's head on to the main event. Main event, we got Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins WrestleMania rematch. These two was talking trash from the get-go. I know at one point Seth Rollins told Drew McIntyre, I got two good knees now, talking about his knee injury at WrestleMania 40. And Drew McIntyre said, do you want to fight Drew McIntyre? What do you think was going to happen? So some near falls. These guys reversed each other moves, a lot of reversals. But thing about it was, while Drew thought Seth was down, Seth got him. And, Rollins jackknifed him, and he got the pinfall. Then after the match, Drew McIntyre attacked Seth Rollins. He had his head at the between the near the apron after post, the ring after the turnbuckle post. He was gonna Claymore kick his head off like really bad. Sami Zayn came for the save, but Drew McIntyre gave Sami that work. He gave Seth that work too, and also Drew was mad because he told Seth Rollins we should be on the same page and being selfish. He got him in the corner, and Sami Zayn got up and hit the Luger kick accidentally on Seth Rollins. But I gotta say, Drew McIntyre on one, and he definitely he wasn't playing around.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son. Go.
So he definitely gave him that work. But other than that, though, that was the end of Monday Night Raw. Ended at approximately 2 hours and 33 minutes. In case you guys want to know that. But let's talk about the rating of the show, what the show should have been. Let's talk about that. All right. During the show of everything on the matches I mentioned, I'm going to give this show a 4.5 out of 5. We had Drew McIntyre, Seth. CM Punk had the promo. Kofi had the match. We had Bayley added to Raw. Lyra spoke. She had her part talking about Intercontinental Champ. JB on commentary. He was on one match. Sammy said his thing. Jay said he had the same tag team match. Very good show, though. I like the show. It was very good. I like how it was well thought out. I don't have a problem with that at all. I like how they went into it. But it wasn't an issue at all. I like how they set everything up because we do have Saturday night's main event this Saturday. So they have to place storylines in place. They have to keep things going. But other than that, though, you guys check my community tab, vote what you thought the show did. Did you like it, not like it, and comment. But let's move forward. Let's get on to what went wrong with Raw. What were the issues we saw on Monday Night Raw? Let's get into that. First thing I saw wrong with the episode, despite being a great episode. All right, I've said this before. Gunther, Barry, Jey Uso had a title match. This is not a good look for Jey Uso, especially days away from their match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was not a good promo for Gunther to go on Jey. It don't help Jey's momentum. It don't help his character. It don't help the confidence. It don't help anything. It's pretty much make Jey Uso a jobber. And I'm telling you right now, if Jey, if he don't win, unless something do happen, it's pretty much all for nothing. This whole Yeet movement, the whole Yeet, everything is everything. It don't help at all. I just want to notate that. And what happens if I don't like that.
What's going to happen? No. Words? You just made the list.
So he didn't make the list on that. Let's talk about the next thing I saw on Raw. All right, CM Punk cut the basically not a word promo, a real promo when he talked about Hulk Hogan. Now, it was funny at the time. I thought it was hilarious, and it was viral, of course. I think he got like over 100K views on YouTube right now as we speak. But seriously, why did you bury Hulk Hogan, CM Punk? What did Hulk Hogan do to you? What did he say insulting about you? What interview, what podcast, what show did Hulk Hogan go on and talk bad about CM Punk? You guys let me know if you know anything that him saying anything bad about Punk, because I don't remember that happening. I don't remember it happening. And this is not good. I like Punk, but I think Punk, you feeling yourself a little bit too much, way too much. It's wild. Other than that, though, I thought this was unnecessary. I understand Punk, you want a buzz, you want to keep controversial, but I think you get too comfortable. Since you've been back in WWE for a year, you know that nothing crazy's happened. You're fit. You're happy that you're back. We're happy most of us are happy that you're back. Yeah, even the CM Punk haters are back. They's back too. What am I saying? They happy too. They's the one that admit it. They need somebody to hate on. But you went too far in this promo. You went way too far. You have to go on a Hogan. I get that you came as Cena. I get that you was talking about Roman. I was right there. We was talking about Drew McIntyre. Even you saying Sami Zayn was not on your level as far as popularity. Yeah, but Hogan, come on, that was way too far on that one.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, CM Punk, I like you, but you definitely made the list on this one. It was uncalled for. It made no sense. You didn't have to do all that. You didn't have to do that at all. But I hope you saying all that stuff, Punk. You win the Rumble, but that's neither here nor there. Your favorite, one of my favorites to win, but you know, CM Punk, when you talk like that, and you run your mouth like that, you make yourself an easy target to Rumble, and all 29 men are going to gun for you and hope for you to lose. It's your Rumble to lose the way the opponents see it. But let's get on to the next part of the show. All right. Next part of what went wrong with Raw. Why was Nia Jax on Raw again? What was the purpose of that? Nia Jax, I get that she cut a promo last week, mentioned everything. But let's be real. Nia Jax, you're more than likely going to be challenging Tiffany Stratton at the Royal Rumble to try to regain your women's championship that you lost for Tiffany at the first SmackDown for 3 hours. And it don't make no sense to have her on Raw. We already got Bayley on Raw. Why have her there too? I thought that was unnecessary. I didn't think it made no sense doing that. At least I didn't think so. So, but I don't like it.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
And while we on the subject, we're not gonna talk about Nia Jax's time. We'll talk about her opponent that she did defeat, Bayley. Bayley transferred to Raw to be a jobber. And this is what I was talking about with Figure 4 TV. Mentioned, if you're a Bayley fan, you like Bayley, expect her to be taking these L's a lot. Now she back. Because before she won the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania 40 last year, after winning last year's Royal Rumble, Bayley was losing a lot. I mean, like a lot. Like even in tag teams with Damage Control, she was taking the pinfall. Even at the War Games in 2023, I believe she took the pinfall for that team. So I see that happening again. We gotta realize Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch coming back, so the roster gonna definitely be stacked like no other for the women's division. But Bayley's gonna be losing a lot, and I really don't see that being any different than it was before she won the women's championship. But that's all I have for what went wrong with Raw. But let's get on to what went right with Raw. Like I said, it was a great episode, but we're going to talk about it. Now, the thing about it is, I got to stay on the subject. We're going to talk about Bayley. Now, Bayley, I just mentioned that she lost. She's been losing everything. That is true. We know she's been losing. We know that it seems like that's going to be a pattern of her going to be losing on Raw, and then she got transferred because there was nothing else for her to do on SmackDown. It wasn't. It was not at all. But we got to look at the silver lining at the end of the day. We got to look at the silver lining. And I want to say with Bayley, when it comes down to it, we could say that she's going to be losing a lot. We could say that Bayley is taking L's. We could say all of that because she just lost against Nia Jax. Same woman she lost the WWE Women's Championship to. So that's very much true. But the thing about it is with Bayley, she may be losing a lot as far as the competitor. That may be true. But there is a good thing because, like I said, I'm going to go more into it. We do have the returns of Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is going to be on SmackDown. I highly doubt she's going to Raw. Becky Lynch will be on Raw. So Bayley going to SmackDown Raw was good because it balanced out the women's roster. I think it's good that Bayley is going to be on Raw. It will divide the women's roster. Bayley going back to Raw was a good move. She may have lost against Nia Jax, but she will be challenging Rhea for the Women's World Championship at some given point. We know that's going to happen. We don't know exactly when, but we do know it's coming. It's just going to happen. And I know she got the little rivalry with Roxanne Perez right now. That more likely is going to happen at a WrestleMania, so to speak. That could happen too. Let's keep that in mind. That definitely could be the whole scenario behind that. Well, than that, though, it's good having her on the show. So we got to look at the good part of it. She is going to lose a lot, but still will be good having her on the main roster. That's a good thing about that as well. So we got to keep that in mind. And Bayley, she makes opponents look good when she loses, guys. It's not always Bayley looks terrible or she's being buried. Bayley does make opponent like $1 million. I guarantee when she had a match with Roxanne, that feud is done, and Roxanne happens to go over, Bayley's gonna make her look like $1 million. So we gotta keep that in mind too. But this is a good move. And like I said, as far as Rhea Ripley goes, Rhea Ripley is going to have to be challenged at some point. And I said she needed contenders. And now it's Bayley. Look how Bayley was looking at that world title. She wants that women's world title. Other than that, though, this is a good call on WWE. Very, very good move.
Yeet.
So that's a good thing about Raw. All right, the next thing that went right with Raw, I would say, it seemed like we're going to get a Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins incoming feud. I see that happening at some given point. I don't know how they're going to set that up. Now, more likely, Sami Zayn will be feuding with Kevin Owens if Kevin Owens don't win the title at Royal Rumble, and he probably feud with KO at Mania. Expect him to have some little, or Seth Rollins turn heel. However it goes, this seemed like a good setup, and this was a good call on WWE's end to go that route. Because I saw this early on. We kind of saw it when Sami Zayn interfered. Him and Jey Uso broke up the fight between Punk and Rollins in the ring. And remember, Rollins was, he told Sami that you're being naive, you're being stupid. We kind of saw some tension there between them. And that's when they had their match on Raw. I knew we was going to come back to this, but good call, WWE. I like this one.
Yeet.
So this was a very good one. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next between Sami and Seth Rollins. Next thing that went good. Penta match was done very well. Very well. I like how this match ended. It was good. I can't wait to see what else they're gonna do with Penta here. Like I said before, he was good. He done his thing. He had good opponents and the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne and Chad Gable. I'm just expecting a little bit more. I know he just started. Maybe in the next few months he'll get some more, be challenged a little bit more. So we can expect that to happen with Penta. But other than that, very good one. I like where this is going with Penta. Keep it up, WWE. This is some good work.
Yeet.
All right, let's move on to another part. Another thing went right with Raw. I gotta say, Kofi Kingston did a good job as a heel in this episode. Kofi Kingston told the crowd at one point before he came out to his match with Rey Mysterio, had his shirt off. Y'all know, he said the crowd starting to piss him off. Then him taking Del Toro and doing a cheap attack on him. A good heel tactic, knocking him down and helping Woods jump Rey. He really get into his role as a heel. And this is a very well done by WWE. Started off kind of weird and sketchy, but they knocking out the park right now.
Yeet.
All right. Now, with that being said, let's go on to current news. Current news. We're gonna talk about a few things here before we get to the bonus round. Current news. I want to say we do have. If you guys haven't noticed, I've heard TNA had the recent PLE called Genesis. This was the last match of Jordan Grace, Josh Alexander, and more likely PCO. Now, Josh Alexander lost his match against Santana. Jordan Grace lost her match against Tessa Blanchard. PCO wasn't on the card. He went to GCW. He reportedly, that's been buzzing online too, him doing a real angle on TNA. He took the sledgehammer and destroyed the digital media championship that he currently holds. I heard they're all now going to be signed with TNA. Jordan Grace, we know, is going to WWE, so we know that. We do also know Josh Alexander. I don't know where he's going. I don't know if he's going to stay on the independent scene or go to AEW. Hopefully WWE's interested in him. I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe they are. PCO, however, with him, if you guys remember, he was at the GCW event at the Hammerstein Ballroom. He's the one that took the hammer and he destroyed the digital media championship. He really took that, went over with that, and it gained a lot of attention. In TNA. Now they said it's not a promo. They say it's real. They say that's what he did. They say that's what happened with him. But it's wild though. He definitely was talked about during that match because he went there instead of TNA and he holds a title. But TNA, they have a very good marketing strategy, I would say, over there. They know exactly what to do and when to do it. And one of the examples is having a partnership with WWE. So they're definitely doing smart things. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do. But I will say this was a good move. Very good move. If you guys remember, PCO did take the sledgehammer, did destroy the GCW title. I mean, the digital media title, excuse me. This was at GCW. But like I said, all three of these people are gone. They're going to be leaving TNA. Josh and Jordan been there for good, 8-9 years. PCO, I think he came there several years ago. But other than that, though, that is the news on that. Now, I'm not exactly done there just yet. There's some more news that was just announced. I don't know if you guys heard about it or not. I talked to Figure 4 about this. I knew this was going to happen. I actually called this, and I'm not surprised by the move. I'm not surprised by this at all. And some of you guys shouldn't be surprised either. And it happens all the time anyway, but I knew it was going to happen, especially with Raw. And we're talking about Netflix raises prices, guys. So anybody complaining Netflix too high, costs too much money, it's too expensive, get ready to spend again. Now, I said Netflix is raising subscription prices in the U.S. As supported tier will now cost $7.99 per month, up from $6.99 per month. The premium tier will now cost $24.99 a month, up from $22.99 a month. So the ad tier went up $1, and the premium tier went up $2. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yes, Netflix went up on their prices. That's what they're doing. So, Netflix does that anyway, but I knew they was going to do it due to the success of Raw being on Netflix thus far and even being on the number one spot for most watched on Netflix. But other than that, though, guys, let's go ahead and we're going to shift gears. Let's get to the bonus round. We're going to talk about Saturday night's main event, updated card of, final predictions of that. So let's talk about it. Let's get into that. Let's do that right now, and let's get it going. All right. Now, I know I talked about these matches, but there was a match added as of yesterday. After all, let's go down and let's talk about these matches. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, no particular order. The first match I'm going to talk about, Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. More likely going to be the opener for the Sunday's main event. Now, I said it here and I'll say it again. Jey Uso is like a jobbing out, unfortunately, to everyone. And Jey Uso always is in challenging for the world title, Intercontinental title. And then that's bad enough. We already know the chance that he's not going to win. A very big chance, big chance he's not going to win. But then with this promo here, when Gunther got him and he cooked on Jey, that did not make it any much better. So with that being said, with these two, when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship, again, my prediction is Gunther will retain the World Heavyweight Championship. But I will say this too, if they want to keep Jey Uso strong, he does lose the title match, we could get a screw job. We could get outside interference from the bloodline, or maybe returning Solo Sikoa, because Solo lost at the Tribal Combat match against Roman. He showed up at SmackDown and same thing, walked off. Maybe he needs to get his mojo back, and maybe he does that by screwing over his brother in the World Championship match at Saturday night's main event. We'll see what happens. If not him, maybe Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. When Bloodline loses and taking L's, they got to get their dubs back, and they do that by screwing somebody out of a match, interfering in the match. We've seen this before. Remember, Bloodline, they went on NXT to screw the Street Profits out of a title match against Fraxium. So no one expected that to come in. This can happen too. Just want to keep that in mind. And that's the one I have for that one. Next thing I see, we'll talk about another match. We do have Braun Strowman, the big SOB versus Jacob Fatu, the small werewolf. They will go one-on-one against one another. This is Jacob Fatu's first solo match. And this is Braun Strowman. He's like a special attraction. Now, they normally use Braun Strowman to get over especially the big man. We've seen this with Bronson Reed. We've seen this with other men in WWE, Roman Reigns back in the day. But my prediction with this, we could expect a screw job on this one, similar to Jey Uso. Expect the Tama Tonga solo to come out. I got Jacob Fatu winning this match. He'll get his first singles victory. May not be clean, but he will get it, because you got to build Jacob up, Bloodline's down right now. Like I said before, they're taking L's. They need to get their momentum back. And if you have him lose to Braun Strowman, he's going to keep his momentum down. Unless you set Jacob up to be a baby face and he get away from Solo. That's the plan. Maybe they have that in mind. It's probably best to do it this way. So we'll see what happens there. All right, next match on the card, we got an Intercontinental Championship match between Sheamus and Braun Breaker, one-on-one. Sheamus, like I said before, he has never won an Intercontinental Championship. The one title that eluded him his whole career. He's won every title but that. Thing about it is with that, Sheamus challenged for the title. He did good at War Games. He would have wanted one for Kaiser interfering. We know that. He came close to beating Braun. And since now it's back to one-on-one, there is no triple threat, no nothing, unless Kaiser interfere or someone tries to screw Sheamus. I got my money on Sheamus winning Intercontinental Championship. I like Braun Breaker. I think he's a great, fierce competitor, but he's just not the best Intercontinental Champion right now. I do not like him with this belt. And it's best to get the belt off of him. They didn't, and it's not Braun Breaker's fault. It's creative's fault. He has not been built like he should. He's not that monster that I thought we was gonna get as Intercontinental Champion. He's winning, but it's just like something's missing when his title run. I don't know how to explain it. Something's really missing with the whole thing. So that's how I see it. I hope they do more with Braun Breaker if he's going to be a champ again, especially if he gets to the world title. Let's be honest here, but I don't see them doing anything else with him. I don't. But that's what I have for that match. Now, another match that has been added is Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champ, versus challenger Nia Jax. So they're going to go 1-on-1. This was made official. And it kind of started when Raw started. When Rhea Ripley came to the building, she was attacked by Nia Jax. But Nia Jax came back later and she attacked Nia Jax after her match with Bayley. So she looked strong in that match, strong in that as well. Now, Nia Jax is really on SmackDown. Nia Jax just lost the WWE Women's Championship. I don't see her. It wouldn't make sense for her to regain the title now. I mean, she literally lost the belt not even a month ago. Why send her over there to Raw to win the world title, especially after Rhea won it? Remember, we're in a new era now. It's not that Vince McMahon silly stuff that they be doing with the story. Remember, it ain't those days anymore. But I will say, when it comes down to it, between Rhea and Nia Jax, who do I have winning this particular match? It's obviously Rhea Ripley will retain. It don't make sense for Nia to win. She doesn't need to win the women's world championship. And then she'll go on to challenge Tiffany to get her title back. Now, last but not least, guys, we do have the contract signing for the Royal Rumble match. And Shawn Michaels will be the moderator. And I said this before, too. This is not going to be a contract signing where everybody sign contracts, they talk their stuff and leave. Expect KO to try to attack Shawn Michaels. Expect KO to attack Cody or do something crazy. Or Shawn Michaels accidentally super kicking Cody Rhodes. Expect that to happen, And you got the Heartbreak Kid there. San Antonio's own. I don't expect it to end without nothing happening. We got to keep that in mind. But this contract signing will pretty much close out the show or be somewhere. It'll close out the show more likely because they fought the last Saturday night's main event. The last time these two fought each other. So they don't need to fight this one. They got to save for the Rumble. But that's how I would do that particular thing.